Alrighty, folks, I got a vehicle here that I am going to call a mechanic's special. For the main reason that, as you can see, it's got quite a few miles on it. 202,545 to be exact. This is a 1996 Ford Explorer XLT V8 all-wheel drive. But surprisingly, even with that mileage, the truck is actually in really nice shape. Okay, it's going to require some TLC. First off is the air conditioner used to work, but I guess it must have a leak because now it's not as cold as it once was. It's cool, but it feels like it should be a lot colder. So I'm going to guess it's going to need a shot of Freon. Other thing, it's got no check engine lights on, okay, but it does have an ABS warning light on, which really irritates me, seeing as how I already put a wheel speed sensor and a bearing on the front of this vehicle. So that means one of two things. A, my mechanic screwed it up, or B, it needs the other side done. Don't know, but I'm done spending money, because if I keep spending money putting this thing all back together, I'm never going to be able to sell it because I'll own it for too much. So I am going to be selling it very inexpensively, actually, but you don't want to buy this if you're not handy with tools. Okay, interior-wise, pretty darn clean. Obviously, it's going to have some wear and tears. You can see a little spot in the seat, but the seats aren't all stained and beat up, and neither is the interior. The only spot that shows even significant wear and tear is right here, which is very typical because that's where everybody's elbow sits. Okay, let's check out. Let's see, it's got power windows. Let's check those. Right rear, no problem. Right front, up and down, no problem. We'll come around to this side. And left rear, up and down, no problem. And of course, the all-important driver's window, up and down, no problem. Radio, oh wait, horn, everybody always wants to know. Horn works. Let's check the wipers. The wipers work. That's all good stuff. Radio, don't know anything about it. Let's see. I do know that it does work. All-wheel drive system, I know, does work, because fortunately I have a gravel driveway and I can test it on that, so I did that. All right, let's go around. Let me show you the driver's side first. And as I said, driver's seat is in actually remarkably good condition considering how long someone's ass has sat on that. Okay, and here's the driver's floor, also in very good condition. Probably had floor mats on it, although where they went to is a mystery to me. It is a power seat, like does, as you can see here, was that say lumbar and bolster, does all that stuff, plus forwards and backwards and up and down. And all the positions do work, all right? It is multi-adjustable, and they all work. All right, let me do the tires, which I can tell you right now, just by looking at them, that's maybe 40%. So I'm going to guess probably by wintertime, you're going to need to put a set of tires on it. All right, the back's not even that good. That's probably 30%. Okay, I am selling it as is because, you know, it's got some things wrong with it. But I got to tell you, no matter what, even with the mileage and everything, wait till you guys get a load of the body on this thing and how nice it actually is. Yeah, okay, all the tires I'm going to say are between 30 and 40% of the tread left. All right, front fender. You know, a couple little nicks and stuff, but overall, no dents, no major scratches. Right front door, looks like we got, actually that's dirt, so that's nothing on the right front door. Let's open her up. Oh, look at this, it's a power seat on the passenger side too, and yes, that does work. So this thing's actually got quite a bit of equipment. Airbags, whatnot. All right, here's your door jamb. I'm trying to get better with my videos, so if anybody has any comments or thinks I can do something different, please let me know. I always try to please. All right, coming down here, and this is what's amazing. If you'll see right on this corner here, there's a tiny little bubble there, but other than that, this thing is surprisingly, especially for a Ford of this year, pretty rust-free. All right, this door. Nice, no scratches, no dents. So far, so good. We're doing really well on the body. Here's your door jamb. Okay, here's your rear seat, which is in very, very nice condition. Here's your headliner. Actually, while we're over here, I want you to listen to this. You can hear, all right, there is an exhaust rattle, all right, and an exhaust noise. All right, again, mechanic special, but I like to point everything out. All right, going around this door, looking pretty good. And look at that, nothing, no rust bubbles, nothing. This even has the nice two-tone molded running boards on it in good shape. This quarter panel, a little tiny little ding here, you know, a little scratch there, but overall, not bad. Let's do the roof. Now you guys can probably see this better than I can. I can't even tell you. It's probably in pretty decent shape too. All right. It's got deep tinted glass. Now on the back, okay, one issue is, and this is very typical, as you can see, it's got a rusty bumper, which is no big deal. You know, you can pick one of those aftermarket up for like $125. All right, I'll give you a little shot underneath so you can see. Looks like there's a spare tire under there. All right, and it does have a Class 3 weight distributing hitch. This would be a good tow vehicle. All right, here's your back, and as you can see, this is in remarkably clean, nice condition. Those seats do fold down, so you would have a ton of room in this thing. If you want to use this for a work truck, go right ahead, because you'll have plenty of room. All right, let's do the rear hatch and the jamb, and as you can see, this part looks very nice and clean. And let's go around here. And finally, the typical spot on a Ford, the tailgate. But I'll tell you what, for a 96 with this mileage, that's like almost nothing. So yeah, this is in really nice condition. Okay, you can pop this, and as you can see, you don't have to open the hatch up. You know, the window does go up. It's got a rear wiper and defogger. All right, oops, here we go. Let me lock that in. There you go, nice. The rear hatch on the outside, no dents, no scratches, very nice. As I said, it's the Explorer XLT V8 all-wheel drive. All right, coming down the left side, rear quarter panel, very nice, very clean. Remember, folks, when I say very nice, very clean, this isn't a brand new car. It's a 96 with 200,000, so please keep that in mind when I say these things. I do understand it's not going to be perfect, but I'm just saying for the year and mileage, it is very, very nice and very, very clean. All right, let's check the inside out here. Here's your rear seat from this side. Here's your door jamb. And as you can see, that's pretty nice and clean. And let's do the door itself. All right, and as you can see again, you know, a little bit starting, but overall, this is an amazingly, you know, very, very little rust. All right, and of course, we're going to do the driver's door. All right, and that was the driver's door jamb. Now we'll do the driver's door. Tell you, this has really got, for again, age and mileage, a spectacular body on it. Usually when they have 200,000, they are just beat and hammered to death. Apparently this one was probably well taken care of. It even has a little door thing there. I don't know what the code is, but it's got it. One thing, oh look at molded running boards. One thing I got to tell you is this vehicle probably does have the remote keyless entry. I just don't have any of the remotes for it. So if you want, you're going to have to figure that one out on your own. I don't have any. All right. And of course, let's do the front. Front actually looks pretty darn nice on this. Oh yeah, this broke, so you have to use a pair of pliers to open up the hood. I actually did that by yanking on the hood too hard. And here down here, this looks pretty good. Let's take a little tour underneath. You can see, you know, what it looks like underneath there. Okay, engine. Let's open her up. See if I can do this without getting you guys seasick. Because here's the problem. Sorry about that. Oh. There we go. The little strong arms there for the hood. As you can see, they're not working so good. So you either got to throw a pair of vice grips on there or just replace them. I think they're like $10 a piece. All right, underneath, as you can hear, now I can't get to in here because that's where you rev it up. But if you want, just listen and you can hear how nice this motor sounds. No knocks, nothing. Very, very, very nice sounding. I did put a new starter on this just about 2 weeks ago. So you've got a brand new starter in there, not a junkyard one. I actually put a brand new one in there. I have done a fair amount of work to it, but it gets to a point on a vehicle where it just doesn't pay to keep spending money on it. And that's where I am on it. So I've stopped spending money. I'm not fixing anything else. But as you can see, overall, very nice vehicle. All right, now we'll go for a ride. All right, folks, we're going to take her for a little test drive now. If I can keep my big fat head out of the way, you guys will be able to see everything that's going on, I hope. Put my seatbelt on, and away we go. All right, it is a 4-speed automatic overdrive, and it works perfectly in all gears. All right, but you'll see that. I'll just shut up and let you guys listen now. Here we go. Open, so I'll close them. The inside of the car is pretty quiet. Pulls, yeah, a little bit to the right. That could be a tire pressure thing. I didn't actually check the pressure of the tires. But as you can see, we're doing 55 miles an hour, no problems at all. All right, and we're going to turn around here, and then we'll go back to the lot, and I'll do what I like to call a brake test. All right, let's turn around. It does have power brakes. Here now, of course, an all-wheel drive vehicle doesn't have a great turning radius, but surprisingly, it's actually better than a 4-wheel drive. And that really surprised me. Here we go again. Here we are, up to 55 miles an hour, no problem. Wow, I just set the cruise control. That surprised me. Cruise control works fine. Wow, that is amazing. Turn that off. All right, yeah, 55, no problem. Now what I'll do is I'll pull into this vacant lot across the street from my place, let go of the steering wheel and slam on the brakes, and we'll just see, make sure they don't pull one way hard, the other, that sort of thing. All right, and there's a little spot I like to do that right here. Let me pull over, pull in here. Find this gravel, and very nice. I'm very impressed with the brakes. I actually stopped in a very straight line. The wheel didn't pull hard to the right or to the left, so that's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna roll the window down here. Let's see, let's do a little bit of a recap here. This is a 1996 Ford Explorer XLT V8 all-wheel drive. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you guys if the all-wheel drive works. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this or not, but here, we're going to be on the gravel here, heading uphill, all right? I don't know if you can see through the windshield, but just listen up and you can see that we'll take off without the rear wheel spinning all over the place. Ready? Here we go. So that was very good. Normally, if this was like just the rear wheel drive or the 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, I should say, wasn't working, it would have just spun like mad and left divots in the gravel because it's very loose gravel. All right, but it did not do that. The all-wheel drive does work as it should on this vehicle. Okay, so as I was saying, for the recap, 1996 V8 all-wheel drive, mechanic special. I think I've talked enough about that. Interior, pretty darn nice, especially considering, the age and mileage. Exterior, really nice, considering the age and the mileage. I'm just going to pop the camera off here, and we'll take one more walk around it. So basically, to sum it all up, this is going to be the nicest, cheapest V8 all-wheel drive 96 Explorer on the internet. If you're handy with tools, this will be a great vehicle for you. Or even if, let's say you have a kid, a new driver, whatever, young man, young lady that's handy with tools, and they want a good vehicle to work on and drive around, especially in the wintertime, then this would be the one for you. All right, folks, well, I hope this goes to someone that really needs a project. Thanks.